Hello my dear students, today let us discuss a new module number 4, that is centroid. So I am Chandrakant and I am lecturing on this channel Civil Knowledge. Let us see your syllabus, that is centroid module 4, centroid of simple figures from first principle, centroid of composite and built up section, moment of inertia, introduction, second moment of area of plane section from first principle, parallel axis and perpendicular axis theorem, radius of gyration, moment of inertia of composite area, and built up section, and concept of product of inertia, and it has no problems. Okay, this is your syllabus. Now let us start at this topic by one. So first we shall see in this chapter, in this module, we will study the geometric properties of plane elements like center of gravity, centroid, moment of inertia, and radius of gyration. And this center of gravity and centroid are almost same, but the center of gravity is for a point, whereas centroid gives an estimation of area, volume, and also the line entire area, volume, and also the mass. But the center of gravity only deals about the bodies with the mass and weight. So first we will see what is center of gravity. So center of gravity. So the center of gravity of a body is a point through which whole weight of the body acts. If I consider a body, see, for example, let this be a body. Okay, so any body you take, the weight will be concentrated where there is heavy mass. Or if I take this highlighter, where the body will be, where the weight will be concentrated, where I keep my finger, and it will be start floating. See here. Okay, so the point where this body highlighter allows it to be in the stable form, so this point is called what? The center of gravity. So here for this highlighter there is the center of point. It has a point through which whole weight of the body acts. So it has a point through which whole weight of the body it acts. So CG can be told as it is the point through which whole weight of the body acts. So if I take this body, and this is x-axis and this is y-axis. Okay, so this is the point of CG where the whole weight of the body acts, and also it will not change its position. If we make the highlighter in any position, the point will not change. The point will be in that position only. In that position only it can stable, it can be in the form of equilibrium, so that we can hold up the element or the highlighter in space like that. So the center of gravity is a point about which the center weight of the body is assumed to be concentrated, and it deals with only the weight of the body, weight or mass of the body. So there is another term called as centroid, and it is also related to distribution of mass. It is only related to distribution of mass. Okay, in any planar element, if we is a weight or mass is the only criteria to tell it is in equilibrium? No, we have volume, we have length, and we have area. On the basis of area, length, and volume also we can define the centroid of a plane area. So now let us see what is centroid. So centroid is also, it is almost same as the center of gravity, but we will see the definition. So centroid, the centroid of an area is a point at which area of the plane figure is assumed to be concentrated, whereas in center of gravity we define the definition with respect to the body, But when we come to the centroid, the plane figures like any plane figure like rectangle, square or triangle, so like that figure will come into picture. So centroid of an area is a point at which the area of the plane figure is assumed to be concentrated. If I take a rectangle, see here, so I'll draw the diagonal, and the point which I get by intersecting the diagonal, I can call it as a centroid, because whole weight of the body is concentrated at that point. So this is the plane area, and the plane area weight is concentrated at the point G, which is called as centroid. It is denoted by G and refers to the plane areas of the body, and it also tells us about the volume, entire length, if the body is respected to volume, entire length, and also the area. Okay, so it is denoted as G. And so if we take a body, it is centroid. If we take a plane figure, if for example I take rectangle, I can also take what, square. If I square in the, I draw diagonals, and I'll get a point G where the centroid is located. So this point is called centroid of this square. Okay, if suppose I take circle, means, so circle has a one center, right? And this center of the circle is nothing but the G, where the whole weight of the whole mass of the area is concentrated at that point. So centroid of an area is a point at which the area of the plane figure, is assumed to be concentrated. With respect to volume, entire length, or area, we can tell like this, we can define like this. Okay, if they ask in the exam what is center of gravity, you have to define with respect to the body. If they ask about centroid, you have to tell the definition with respect to the plane figures. Okay, now let us go to the next topic, that is now how to find the centroid of the plane figure. So determination of centroid. Now determination of centroid. Okay, here we will use a trick, that is by the moment. We will apply the knowledge of moment so that we can determine the centroid of any plane figure. Okay, or we can also tell that CG of plane figures, center of gravity of plane figures. Okay, so if any body is given, how to find the centroid of that plane figure or the body? For that, let us assume a figure. So what I do is, I'll go to the next page. Wait. So here, now let us assume a body. Okay, any body, or it may be a plane figure also. If I refer CG, then it is a body. If I refer centroid, it is a plane figure. Now I need to find, let G be the centroid of it. Okay, G be the centroid, and the A be the area of this body. A means it is the total area. So let us consider a body with total area A and G be the centroid. Now we have to measure the distance G from the axis of reference. So we will take an axis. So let it be in the, I'll introduce the axis system. So 2D coordinate X and Y. Okay, this X and Y, this is origin O. So this is G. I have to find out what? I have to find out this distance and also this distance. Okay, for this distance, how I'll find? I'll derive now. So first of all, we write what we have taken. I'll write here, let us consider the figure with total area A. So this is the total area A, and with unit thickness means the thickness is constant. Okay, let G be the centroid or center of gravity of whole area. Okay, with coordinates which we have taken the axis with coordinate x and y. Okay, so these are the coordinate, that is the distance measuring. Then let this be x bar and this be y bar. Okay, so this is the distance of coordinate from y axis. This is y is the distance of coordinate from the x axis. When I write in the diagram, you will clearly know. Then what we do is, we will, next step is, so whatever the area I shown you, we will divide that. So divide the total area A, divide this area A into smaller parts, into a number of smaller area. So I'll divide that area into smaller area. Let us take area as A1 comma A2 comma A3 and A4. We can take up to AN, no problem, but our problem will be lengthy. Okay, A4 with centroid. So after dividing the total area A into A1, A2, A3, A4, we will get 4 different coordinates like G1, G2, G3, G4. Okay, with centroid G1 comma G2, G3 and G4 respectively. Okay, now I'll show you the diagram. See here. So what I consider the whole area with coordinate axis x bar. So this is the distance x bar, which is we have to find now. So this is the distance y bar we have to find. So now what I did, I divided this area into 4 parts. So see here, 1 2 3 1 2 3 4. So 4 parts. Let this be the area A1, A2, A3 and A4. So due to the 4 areas, okay, we will have 4 tiny center of gravity or centroid, that is G1, G2, G3 and G4. Okay, as we have the tiny area and tiny gravity, so we have to find the distance of x and y with respect to the small area. So see here, so this distance, the distance of small g1 from this x-axis, I'll take as y1. Any vertical distance I'll take as y1, and any horizontal distance, the distance from y-axis to this, I'll take here. So up to this is x1. Similarly g2, this is y2, and up to this it is x2. Similarly I'll take this as y3, and this is x3 up to this, and x4, this is y4. So I have to find x1, x2, x3, x4, y1, y2, y3, y4. Our intention is to find x bar and y bar. What I did, I divided the whole area into 4 different parts, A1, A2, A3, A4 with the gravity, and I also measured with the reference axis. Now, so this is the body of area A. So what I did, I divided the area into smaller parts, A1, A2, A3 and A4, right? So then what will be the area? So the area will be equal to summation of smaller area. So if I add all the areas A1, A2, A3, A4, I will get the big area A1. So this summation of area is nothing but A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4, correct? So I didn't do anything, I just wrote the diagram, and what I wrote I am writing in this equation. So let us I'll take that equation as equation number 1. Okay, then what we did in the diagram, let x1 comma y1, x2 comma y2, x3 comma y3 and x4 comma y4. What are these? These be the coordinate, okay, be the coordinates of centroids of g1 comma g2 comma g3 and g4 respectively. So what I did in the diagram I am just writing there. Okay, so now I'll apply the knowledge of moment. So I'll take the moment of total area, the moment of the total area A. So moment of total area A about, so moment of total area A about OY axis. So what is the moment of the total area about OY axis? It is nothing but area into any, what is the moment? So I can find the moment by this area into the distance x bar. About OY axis we want to know. So what is the perpendicular distance is x bar, and I'll take the area. So I want the total area of the moment of the total area. So area into x bar. Okay, so this area I can also write as, see here, this area I can write as summation of A into x bar, correct? Now this I will take as equation number 2. So what I did, I took the moment of total area about OY axis, A into x bar is equal to, so A ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ summation of A ಬರುತ್ತೆ into x bar, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿನಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡೆ. Okay, now what I do, I'll just add sum of all the moments, sum of moments of, ಇದು ಫುಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏರಿಯಾ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಆಯಿತು. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಚಿಕ್ಕದನ್ನು ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ all areas about OY axis. Okay, we divided, no? So what it will be based upon this, so moment of the total area A into x bar ಆಯಿತು. ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ಏರಿಯಾದ A1 ಎಷ್ಟು, A2 ಎಷ್ಟು, A3 ಎಷ್ಟು, A4 ಎಷ್ಟು. So it's nothing but A1 into x1 plus A2 into x2 plus A3 into x3 plus A4 into x4. So sum of the moments of all the areas about OY axis is this one. This I can write as, this is nothing but summation of area into distance in x direction into x. So this I'll take it as equation number 3. Okay, now what I do is, so summation of area into x is nothing, it is nothing but this only. Okay, so summation of area into x ಅಂದರೂ ಒಂದೇ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಆಲ್ ದ ಏರಿಯಾಸ್ ಇಂಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೂ ಇದು ಒಂದೇ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್, ಏರಿಯಾ ಇಂಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಇದು ಬಿಗ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ತೊಗೊಂಡಾಗ, ಇದು ಸ್ಮಾಲರ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ equate equation 2 and equation number 3. ಸೊ while equating ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, summation of a into x bar is equal to summation of a into x ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಮಗೇನು ಬೇಕು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಬಾರ್ ಬೇಕು. ಸಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಇಂಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಸಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಬಾರ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಫೈಂಡಿಂಗ್. ಲೆಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬಿ ದ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 4. ಸೊ similarly if we equate the moment area about I'll write one line. If we equate moment of total area A about OX axis, OY axis ಆಯಿತು, OX axis ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗೋದು A ಇಂಟು ವೈ ಬಾರ್, ಸೇಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ವೈ ಬರೀಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ. ಸೊ ಸಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಇಂಟು ವೈ ಬಾರ್ ಆಗೋದು. ಸೊ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ moments of all areas about OX axis ಸೇಮ್ ಈ ಥರ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಏನಾಗೋದು, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಇಂಟು ವೈ ಆಗೋದು. ಸೊ 5 and 6. ಸೊ equating 5 and 6 ಏನು ಸಿಗೋದು ನಮಗೆ, this y bar is equal to summation of a into y divided by summation of a. So this is equation number 7. So what we found out, we found it out x bar and y bar. Hence the center of gravity or centroid, okay, of any plane figure is given by, if you want any center of gravity or centroid of any plane figure, we have to just substitute x bar is equal to area into x divided by summation of area. We will get the x distance. If you want y distance, we have to multiply area into y divided by summation of a. So this is multiplication. Okay, so I like it write again, summation of a into x divided by summation of a. So y bar is nothing but summation of a into y divided by summation of a. So what we wanted x bar and y bar, so we got it, x bar and y bar. Okay, it will not be asked, but remember how it came, because this is very important formula when we deal with the problems. Okay, now let us go to the another topic. So next one is axis of reference. So ಏನಿದೆ axis of reference, ಒಂದು ಯಾವುದೋ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಫಿಗರ್ ಇರಲಿ, ಆ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಫಿಗರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಸಿ ಜಿನ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಇವಾಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆ ನಾವೇನು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಬಾರ್ ಅಥವಾ ವೈ ಬಾರ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಅದನ್ನೇ ಲೊಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೊಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಬೇಕಾಯಿತು. ಅದೇ ಥರ ದ ಸಿ ಜಿ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಬಾಡಿ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟೆಡ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಸಮ್ ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ಡ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್, ಓಕೆ, ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್. ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೇನು, ದ ಸಿ ಜಿ, center of gravity of any body, should be the reference can be calculated with reference to the axis. reference axis ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ಅದರ ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಸಿ ಜಿದ ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟು. ಸೊ if for example if I take one plane figure like this diamond shaped plane figure, see here, okay, what we do, let this G be the CG or G centroid be at this center. So how we will assume that, let us assume the leftmost point. So this is the leftmost point and the lowermost point of the given figure, of this figure as axis. Okay, as axis. ಇವಾಗ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, so this is what x bar and this is y bar. Now we can tell this is our reference axis. With this reference axis, the g is at a distance of x bar from y axis. The g is at a distance of y bar from the x axis. Like that we can tell. And for example, if we take another one normal figure, see here, okay, here to same the leftmost pass and the bottommost pass, that g. So let this be the x bar and this be the y bar. If suppose if the coordinates are on the left side, and if the coordinates, these coordinates are on the left side, if by any problem, if in condition is given, if we take here the axis of reference, if it comes left side or if it comes below the axis of reference x, then the reference axis, then consider the x bar and y bar for the negative, consider as negative for calculation. Okay, ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ okay, it will axis ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದರೆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. Okay, I will deal with them in the problems. Okay, now, so this was about the axis of reference. Now we'll directly go to the centroid of regular figures. So next topic is, we'll find the centroid of regular figures. So this is known by you, but ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ, ನೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ now you will know. So centroid of regular figures, I'll take the regular figures as 3. That is, one is I'll take as rectangle, so these are regular figures, and another one I'll take as square, then another one I'll take as circle. Okay, rectangle, square, circle. Okay, C be the center and the width be B, depth be D. This is also width be B and it is also B. Center C and let the radius be R. Okay, what I told or explained you in the upper portion, that is axis of reference. If I take the leftmost part and also the bottommost part as axis, I know the g is here for some central regular figures. Centroid is locating here. So now I have to tell that what is the value of x bar and what is the value of y bar. For here also, what is x bar and what is y bar. Here also, what is x bar and y bar. See, let this be the b be the breadth and d be the depth. So I know what I know. So the distance, this is the diagonal by the property of rectangle. I know it is b by 2, and the property of rectangle I also know that this is d by 2. At correct midpoint only we will get the centroid when we intersect with the diagonal. So I can directly write x bar is equal to what? This distance. This is x bar, this is y bar. Yavade horizontal distance is x bar, vertical distance is y bar. So this is b by 2, this is t by 2. So when I come to the square, I'll input the reference axis here, x and y. So what will be x bar? X bar will be b by 2, y bar is also b by 2. When I come here, see, axis of reference, I'll take this as this circle, it will be same. Okay, so this is nothing but x bar and this is nothing but y bar, but in the circle what it happens? So radius is equal to x bar, it is equal to y bar, so it is r, it is also r, radius of the circle. At correct center of the circle we can find the centroid g. At correct half of the distance of b by 2 and both the sides of b by 2, we can find the centroid of the square. At b by 2 and comma d by 2, we can find the center of rectangle. Like this we can tell for the we can locate the centroid for regular figures. Next we will see important topic for your exam purpose also, and you can expect this question in the alternate years. Every year, every now and alternate years, you are getting the question. What is that question? We have to find the centroid of a triangle. Okay, very important as your exam point of view. Okay, for every alternate years you will have a question. We have to find the x bar and y bar for the triangle. So they are asking to find, please find the center of a triangle. So we'll discuss it now. So they will give just a question, define or describe the centroid of a triangle. So what we should do to get, let us consider a triangle of base width b, we have to assume it, and height of the triangle b h. Okay, so let us consider now. So I'll just draw a rough diagram of triangle of base width b and height is h. Okay, so what we did in the first derivation or x, while we finding x bar, we divided it, right? The area was divided, but here we will not divide, we will consider an elemental strip. I'll write here only first. I'll consider one elemental strip. So first I'll name a b c. So I'll consider an elemental strip at a distance of y from the bottom reference axis. So this is the bottom reference, from a distance of y. Okay, and let the depth or thickness of this elemental be dA. Okay, the thickness of the elemental strip is dA, and this is height, right? So what is the distance of the tip of the triangle and the elemental strip? So this is y, this is h, this is h minus y. Clear? So what we are writing, so we have to write in the comment form. Let g, centroid g, I'll assume the g here, let g be the centroid of the I'll tell you about this. Okay, first what you have done in this figure, you have to write them. So I'll write one by one. So now I'll consider an element, consider an elemental strip that is EF of thickness, what is that, dy. I take dA, right? I'll change it, thickness of dy at a distance of y from reference, from the bottom reference. Okay, so consider elemental strip EF of thickness dy at a distance of y from the bottom reference axis. So I'll correct it here, it is dy. Okay, to maintain uniformity they are naming, that's it. Okay, no problem. Now after considering the element, what we have to do, so this is E and F. So now see the diagram, we have two triangles ABC and AEF. So now we have to play with these two triangles. Now, so after this explanation, so clearly we can see that what the triangle ABC, the big one triangle ABC, and triangle AEF are what? Are similar triangles. Correct, are similar. So when they are similar triangles, we can add the property of similar triangles. What is that property? So let the distance or width of elemental strip be b1. So we know that the similar triangle property, what is that? This side by this side, if we take height by height. Okay, any two triangles are there, if we take side by side and height by height property. Okay, now see here, I'll take first smaller triangle of that is b1. I took the side of the triangle AEF, so I'll take the side of the triangle ABC. b1 by b, we have to triangle AEF divided by triangle ABC. We'll take in this order, smaller triangle by smaller by larger one. So keep it in mind, it should not be confused in the exam. Okay, so side by side, now I'll take height by height. So b1, this side I took, now I'll took height of the smaller triangle, that is h minus y divided by this full height, that is h. So I just compared with the similar triangle property, side by side, height by height. Now I'll calculate for b1. So b1 is equal to, what is that? H minus y divided by h into this b will go that side like this. Now I will take h as common. So if I take h as common, what will be? So h by h will be 1 minus y by h into b. So b1 is equal to 1 minus y by h into b. Let I'll take this example, this equation as 1. Okay, what I did, I just compared the similar triangles side by side, height by height, and I got the value of b1. Now I'll take the area of elemental strip EF. So what is the area? So let this area be dA, and the elemental strip is in the form of what? Rectangle, right? The elemental strip is in the form of rectangle with the thickness of dy and width is b1. So what is the area of the rectangle? This area of the elemental strip is equal to dA is, I'll apply area of the rectangle, that is breadth into depth, that is what it happens, b1 into dy, b1 into dy. Okay, I'll write here. So area of the elemental strip is equal to b1 into dy, but I have found the value of b1 here, so I'll apply it. So 1 minus y by h into b, this is what? b1 into dy. Okay, I just compare the similar triangles and I calculate the area of the elemental strip. Okay, now what I'll do means, I'll take the moment of the elemental strip about the bottom reference axis. Okay, moment of the elemental strip about the bottom reference axis. What is that? With this axis, what is the moment of this area with the elemental strip? So what is this? This area of elemental strip into what? The distance, this distance. Okay, area of the elemental strip into y is the moment of the elemental strip about the reference axis. That is, the moment of elemental strip is area into the perpendicular distance. Area into perpendicular distance, correct? So what I'll do, that is, area is dA, perpendicular distance is y, because it is the distance of y from the reference axis. So what is dA? I already found the dA value of dA, that is 1 minus y by h into b, correct, into dy into y. So this full is dA and this is y. Now what I'll do, I got another like term as y. I'll take inside this. So y into 1 is y. So y into y square divided by h into b into dy. Now I'll take, so this is the moment of the elemental strip about bottom reference axis. So moment of the elemental strip. Now I'll take the moment of the triangle. So moment of the whole triangle about the bottom reference axis. With the same reference axis, I'll take what? The whole triangle, moment about whole triangle about bottom reference axis, about the, I'll take the moment of this triangle about the bottom reference axis. So what is that? That is area into, so what is the moment of the whole triangle about bottom reference axis? So that is nothing but the summation of a into y. The summation of a is area of the elemental strip into the distance y. So now what I got for the elemental strip, I got this one, right? So if I, for the small elemental strip, so the elemental strip which I consider here, so I'll take that only. I'll integrate it with the values 0 to a. Okay, so what is the value of a moment for the elemental strip about the reference axis? This one. So summation of a into y is this one only. So I will integrate it, that is from 0 to b. If I integrate this elemental strip from 0 towards b, I will get the whole triangle. So this is b1, right? When the elemental strip goes up, the depth will be 0. When it comes down, the maximum depth will be b. Okay, understand? If the elemental strip is at the peak point a, then the breadth is 0. If it comes about the bottom reference line, the elemental strip width will be b. ಇದೇ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಪ್ ಎ ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೆ ಬಿ 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಪ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಸಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೆ ಅದರದ್ದು ವಿಡ್ತ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಬಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೇಮ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟು. ಸೊ ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಹೋಲ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಬಾಟಮ್ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ನಮ್ದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟಿಂದ ಕಂಡು ಹಿಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಅದೇ ಫುಲ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಆದರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕೆ, ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಎ ವೈ 0 to b ಆಫ್, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಟ್ ದಿಸ್ 0 to b ಇಂಟು ಸೇಮ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ y minus y square divided by h b into dy. Okay, we have to integrate 0 to b to get the moment of the whole triangle. So now we will simplify it, that is it will become, so integration of y b into dy. So b is constant, so integration of y is y square by 2 minus integration of y square is y cube by 3, h is constant, I'll keep as it is. So b is also concept, so this is definite integral from 0 to b. So in the next page I'll just, so this is you already know it about integration. y place ಅಲ್ಲಿ b ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ, y place ಅಲ್ಲಿ 0 ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ. okay, so see here students, here we are integrating vertically, right? So it is not b, it is h. ಸರ್ ಬಿ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಬರೋಲ್ಲ, ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ನೀವು ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಆವಾಗೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ತೊಗೊಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಎಚ್. ಸೊ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 0 ಇದೆ, ಅದೇ ಹೈಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನು 0 ಅನ್ಕೋಬೋದು, ಇದನ್ನು ಎಚ್ ಅನ್ಕೋಬೋದು. ಐದರ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ 0 ಹಿಯರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಚ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಆರ್ 0 ಹಿಯರ್ ಆರ್ ಎಚ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಏನು ಈ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಪ್ಪು ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಮೂವ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎ ಟು ಬಿ, ಫ್ರಮ್ ಟಾಪ್ ಟು ಬಾಟಮ್ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಮೂವ್. ಇದು ಫುಲ್ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಏನು ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಂದಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇದನ್ನು ಫುಲ್ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಹೋಲ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್. ಸೊ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಪ್ದು ನಮಗೆ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಂತು ಎಷ್ಟು, ಇಷ್ಟು y minus y square by h into b minus b into dy. Now with that elemental strip we have to find the moment of whole triangle about the reference axis. So summation of a into y, see here summation of a into y, we have to take the integral with respect to y. b ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, b ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇದು ಇಂಟೆಗ್ರಲ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು x ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಎ ಎಕ್ಸ್. ಅದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಇಫ್ ಎನಿ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇಫ್ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬೇಡ್ರಿ. ಸಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಇಂಟು ವೈ ಬಂದಾಗ 0 ಟು ಎಚ್ ವೈ ಮೈನಸ್ ವೈ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಬೈ ಎಚ್ ಬಿ ಇಂಟು ಡಿ ವೈ. ಸೊ ವೈ ಸೊ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಸ್ 0 ಟು ಇಂಟೆಗ್ರಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಚ್. ಸೊ ವೆರ್ ಎವರ್ ವೈ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಪುಟ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಚ್. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಾವು ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ, ಸೊ ಎಚ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ವೈ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಎಚ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ 2 ಮೈನಸ್ ಎಚ್ ಕ್ಯೂಬ್ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ 3h ಇಂಟು ಬಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಮೈನಸ್ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಇಂಟೆಗ್ರಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಚ್ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತು 0/2 ಮೈನಸ್ 0 ಕ್ಯೂಬ್ ಬೈ 3h ಸೊ ಇಂಟು ಬಿ. ಸೊ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ 0. ಸೊ ಇದು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ ಇಂಟೆಗ್ರಲ್ ಮರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಕೋತೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, so what will be this value? This value will be h square by 2 minus h cube by 3h into b. What is this? Summation of a into y, summation of the elemental strip about y. Okay, so when we take LCM, what we will get, summation of ay is equal to 3h square will get around, so bh into ph square divided by 6. Okay, take LCM and solve it, you will get bh square by 6. So if you want I can show you, see here. So when I take LCM what I will get, 6h divided by h square ಇದೆ, 6h ಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ. ಸೊ 2 into 2 3s are 6, so 3h ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು 3h into h square is 3h cube minus here 2h cube ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ 3h cube minus 2h cube, h cube by 6h ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ here h square by 6 into b, so bh square by 6. So sigma ay is equal to bh square by 6. Now I will take area of the whole triangle, area of whole triangle, that is area A is equal to summation of A, that is equal to ಏನು area of triangle, half into breadth into height. Let this be the equation number 3. Let this be equation number 2. Half into base into height is the area of the whole triangle. Now what we have to find, we have to find the distance. So distance of centroid G, ಅಥವಾ ವರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀರಿ centroid from base is equal to ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, y bar ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಏನು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ, y bar is equal to sigma ay divided by summation of a. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ಡಿರೈವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ ಫಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ. ಸೊ ವೈ ಬಾರ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಸಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ವೈ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ ಸಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ. ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ಕಸ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ನಮಗೆ ಸಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ವೈ ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ನಮಗೇನಿದೆ ಸಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಬೇಕಾಯಿತು. ನಾವು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ? ವೈ ಬಾರ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಸಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ವೈ ಏನು ಬಿ ಎಚ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಬೈ 6 ಬೈ ಸಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಏನು ಹಾಫ್ ಇಂಟು ಬಿ ಇಂಟು ಎಚ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವೈ ಬಾರ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಸೊ ಇದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಬಿ ಎಚ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಬೈ 6 ಇಂಟು 2 divided by ಬಿ ಎಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಬಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ಸ್, ಎಚ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ಸ್, 2 1s 2 3s, it will be h by 3. So y bar is equal to h by 3 from where? From base. Okay, h by 3 is from base because the reference point we taken at is base. Reference point, reference RENC, the point is base, so it is from base. ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಆಯಿತು. ಓಕೆ, ಫ್ರಮ್ ಬೇಸಿಂದ ಆಯಿತು. ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅಪೆಕ್ಸಿಂದ ಏನಾದ್ರು ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗೋದು? ಫ್ರಮ್ ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅಪೆಕ್ಸಿಂದ ಏನಾಗೋದು? ಸೊ ವೈ ಬಾರ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಎಚ್ ಮೈನಸ್ 3 ಮಾಡಿರಿ. h minus h by 3, so 3h, 2h by 3, 2h by 3. So from apex, ಏನಿದೆ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅಪೆಕ್ಸು? ದಿಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವೈ ಬಾರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅಪೆಕ್ಸ್. ನಾವೇನಾದರೂ ಇದನ್ನು ಅಟ್ ಎ ನಾವೇನು ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ವೈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನು ಬರೋದು? 2h by 3 ಬರೋದು. ಸೊ ನಾವು ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಬಾಟಮನ್ನು ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ವೈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನು ಬಂದಿದೆ? h by 3. ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಫುಲ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟರ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್. ಓಕೆ, thus I can tell a statement that the centroid of a triangle, okay, of height ಎಷ್ಟು ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ? h is at the centroid of a triangle of height h is at ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ h by 3 from base. The G point will be h by 3 ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸು ಫ್ರಮ್ ಬೇಸಿಂದ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬೇಸ್ ಬಿ ಸಿ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 2h by 3 from apex A. Okay, keep in mind where will be the centroid G, that is at either it is from base it is h by 3, from apex it is 2h by 3. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು? ಸೊ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಾಯ್ಡ್ ಜಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ದ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ h by 3, the distance from the apex is, so I'll take here the distance, this is 2h by 3, this one is h by 3. So please remember the G. Okay, so in the support and support reaction or in the ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಯು ವಿ ಎಲ್ ಮಾಡೋವಾಗ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗುಲರ್ ಲೋಡ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ, h by 3 ಫ್ರಮ್ ಬೇಸ್ apex to h by 3. If you remember the third module, h by 3 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಲೋಡ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಿ? ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಲೋಡ್ ಬರೋದು at a distance of h by 3 from base, at a distance of 2h by 3 from apex. Based upon this centered concept only, that concept has arrived. Okay, now let us see another derivation. In this, more derivations are there. One derivation is pakka for your exam, so better I will do in the next lecture. Okay, the next lecture I will carry out the derivation of centroid of semicircle, quarter circle, like that. So we will take in the next class. Thank you.